Merry Christmas, or let me do this. Didn't make a video, but I'm going to steal one for a moment. YouTube, Google, note the disclaimer. I'm only going to play a part of it.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
So, with this, today being Christmas, of course, we are closed. Although, if an emergency comes up and you do need us, there's our phone number. Give us a call. We will do the best we can. Usually, we have our big family Christmas on Christmas Eve. Of course, with the coronavirus, that has kind of like ruined that for this year. So we're kind of doing a staggered approach. We're not quite sure how we're going to, and it really depends on what state of emergency we are in at this point. If DeWine has us locked down or not. I know we've been making plans already to, make sure our Christmas presents for the family, for the gift exchange, is already in places where they need to be, so everyone has their gifts for Christmas. Again, as you know, and I've never hidden this, I'm not a Christmas person. But for those people who are Christmas people, by all means, enjoy this day. Enjoy it with your family, enjoy it with your friends if you are able to have some friends over. Call people, wish them a Merry Christmas, and so on and so forth. Don't forget that there are still people out there who still need, if you know the local homeless person, give them, a Merry Christmas. And if you can give them a warm drink or a blanket or a pair of shoes or whatever. It's funny. Homelessness, we don't really talk about it in this area because it's like a hidden thing, but it is a problem in our county. It does exist, but it's like me. I'm not a person who is in the drug scene, and I've made this comment before. If you're not looking for them, you will not find them. And so I've kind of found out over the course of the few years of being in our store location that, we are surrounded by apparently drug addicts and drug sellers. So it kind of struck me as odd because, if you're not looking for it, you won't see it. Same with the homeless. If you're not looking for them, you won't see them. Clyde has their share, probably about a half dozen or so. Most of them, though, are affiliated with our, and I wouldn't call them homeless. There is the Buckeye home down the street. Like I said, they're not homeless, so they get to come in at night. But during the day, they walk around the streets. In fact, we got one guy. I haven't seen him in a while yet, though. It's probably been a couple of months, but he was sleeping on the bench during the summer. No shoes on, of course, just his flimsy shirt. So I don't know if he is a part of that particular facility or not, or if he's a legit homeless person. But I do see him from time to time. I don't think I've ever interacted with him simply because he doesn't interact with other people. If he's sleeping on a bench and someone tells him he's got to move, he gets up and moves. But I've never interacted with him because he's never approached me. He's never asked me for money or anything like that. And if he did, the one thing I tell people, be generous, but don't be too generous. If he asked me for a few bucks, I probably wouldn't hesitate. But if he asked me for a little bit more, I would probably say, hey, let's do something like work for it. I'm a big fan of working for it because I myself, I don't like handouts. I don't like, I will accept gifts if that's what they are. But I'm not a person who will just expect a handout. I want to work for it. And a lot of people are that way. And the homeless people that I have interacted with are that way too. They don't want to be given it. They want to earn it. Which is kind of funny because there was so much resistance to the workfare program. And rightly so. I get that some people just can't work. I get that. And those people who can't work should not be forced to work. for assistance. That's just idiotic. But for those who want to work for their assistance or work for their their charity, that's fine. Let them, by all means, because it probably makes them feel better that they've earned it. Of course, my shop, I don't have much in the way of work. Sweep my sidewalk, clean my windows. That's about it. And I had a couple through the years. I've had a couple of people come in and ask to wash my windows for $20. Yeah, and he was homeless, and I absolutely. Here's my spray bottle. Here's my paper towels. So on and so forth. I had to deny him one time though, because he came in on a Friday, close to closing, and he said, "Hey, can I clean your windows?" I was like, "No, not this time. I'll give you the $20, but no, not this time," because the cheerleaders for the high school had just came out and did up my windows for the high school football team. So it was like, no, you can't clean them this time. If you came here on a Monday, it'd be a different story. But yeah, so yeah, don't forget that there are a whole bunch of people out there who still need help, even on Christmas Day. I don't know what you can do if you feel the urge, but talk to those people who do this day in and day out, and see where you can help. And they always get a surge around Christmas, and then a couple of weeks later it fades away, and no one's really active for another year. But those people who do this all the time, definitely check with them and see what help they need, if they need any. With the COVID virus going on, they might not be able to accept the additional help, which is a shame. I think I saw one of the shelters nearby. They always get a surge this time of the year for volunteers for working at the soup kitchen and stuff like that. And of course, they've had to turn people away because of COVID. They can't have them too many people together because of that. So what they've been doing is, look, if you want to help, great, we'll put you on a schedule for sometime later in the year, but give us a monetary donation. That would be better for us right now. So yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. I'll throw this in rant and raves because, again, this is probably where it's going to go. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the gifts. Be appreciative of it. Kids, appreciate what you get. Not everyone got a gift. So if you got a gift, be appreciative. Be good to your siblings, the little ones. Just because Santa's not watching, just because Santa came today doesn't mean he's still not watching today for next year. So yeah, be good to each other. Be kind. Do what you can to help if you can help. If you're not able to help, don't be afraid to ask for help. We're all in this boat together, and I saw a meme. It's absolutely true, right? We're not all in the same boat. Some of us are in yachts, and some of us are in rowboats. We're all in the same lake together. So yeah, if you can help. Be appreciative of what you got. I just don't know what else to say. It's Christmas. If your Christmas is strange this year because of COVID, appreciate what you do have and what you can do. If you can't do anything, then plan to do something a little bit more for Easter or in the summer. Don't hold off. If you're one of those people who like to volunteer, don't hold off till the holidays. Do it all year long. Do something, even if it's private. You'll hear me talk about people doing volunteerism, and I'm a big advocate for volunteerism, but I backed off of using companies like United Way and Volunteers of America and so on and so forth, because they do it not only for the volunteerism, because it needs to be done. It's a project that needs to be done. But they keep track of your hours, which is fine and great and da-da-da-da-da. Well, 1 year, not 1 year ago, but one particular year, one of my volunteer directors asked me if I wanted to go to a breakfast, with a volunteer breakfast. It's nice as volunteers to get a thank you, an attaboy, pat back, And so, yeah, I said I'd go. Turned out it was an award breakfast. And of course, that particular year, I think I put in 1,300 hours volunteering. And I got a nice little letter from President Obama thanking me for it. And I've got my service, community service award pin. It was like I sat back down and graciously finished my graciously finished my breakfast, and because I didn't want to make a scene. But when we got back to her office, I told her, I said, "You ever do that to me again, you will never have me volunteer." And it hurt so much that I just stopped volunteering through these organizations, simply because I volunteer because there's a need. It needs to be done. I don't do it for the recognition. And so, yeah, we don't do volunteer through the organizations anymore because, for that reason. So, if someone needs help, I know we're in the middle of helping a family or two right now. Um, you know, you need to go from point A to point B. You need to have groceries done or delivered. You need something. Yeah, that's what we do. We do it all behind the scenes. In fact, you will never see us doing it. That's the thing, because we don't do it for recognition. We do it because it needs to be done. And the same with my homeless people that are in the area. If I've got one usually every week that pops in, just to say hi, and to say thank you, and it's like it's appreciated. Of course, she's affiliated with the Buckeye Home here, so she's not truly homeless in the fact that she sleeps on the streets, but she is homeless. She's got a place to sleep, but during the day she's out, I think. I'm not sure how that facility works or how that grant program works or so on and so forth, but she wanders the streets during the day, and at least she's got a place to sleep at night. So, but yeah, she comes in and, you know, can I do this or can I do that? Or, do you have anything extra? And, what we can do, we help with. So, and like I said, you won't ever see us doing it, and that's the whole point of volunteerism, at least in my opinion. If you're doing it for recognition, you're not doing it for the right cause. So, but anyways, you guys have a Merry Christmas. This is way longer than I wanted to do for a rant and rave. Wow, 12 minutes. Sometimes I can really talk. Other times, so anyways, appreciate what you've got today. Appreciate the family. Call your friends, wish them a Merry Christmas. Just be kind to everyone. Be kind to each other. Kids, especially, be kind to your siblings. So, you guys have a Merry Christmas.